What's up, everyone? My name is Cheeseburger Bandit, and today we're going to go over a couple of different business statistics terms, specifically frequency, relative frequency, and cumulative frequency. And we're going to figure those out by utilizing a couple of different Excel functions, those being Countif, Countifs, and the sum function. So basically, I've got this question written down that is asking a restaurant did a survey. They want to know how many 5 stars they got all the way down to how many 1 stars they got. So what we're going to do is we've got our set of data over here on the left. We're going to do equals Countif, and we're going to stick in our range here. And we want to figure out how many 5 stars we have. So we're going to hit 5, close it off. We have 12. And we're going to do that all the way to 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to take it down, and we'll figure out what those numbers are. So I'm going to change this to 4, change this to 3, and so on. So that's essentially the frequency. How many 5s came up? Well, in this set of data, there were 12 5s that came up. Now what we need to do is we need to figure out the sum so that we can find out the relative frequency. So real simple, we're just going to do equals sum. There's our range. We have 36. So now what we need to do is we are going to figure out of the total, what percentage of the total are 5-star ratings. So what we're going to do is we're just basically going to do 12 divided by 36. So we're going to do equals sum, and we're going to do this divided by 36, close it off, and so on and so forth, so that we can get all of our relative frequencies. And we'll just copy it down. So there you have it. That is our frequency and relative frequency. Hang tight for a second, and we're going to move to the next question, which has to do with cumulative frequency. Alright guys, so here we're at another question where our data set has some incomplete numbers, and the Countifs function is really good for this. So basically, this question is asking us, okay, we want to know of this set of data, how many of them are between 3 and 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the Countifs function. So here we have Countifs. We've got our range right here, and then it has our criteria. So I'll just, here, you can see it now. So we've got our range, or our criteria range. We have our first criteria. It's really important that you put it in parentheses. So the first criteria is 3. We're gonna then move on to the next range, which is for this problem, the same set of data that we're going to be looking at. So A3 to A32, which is this right here. And our stop criteria is we want to have it stop at 5. So we're going to do greater than 3 here and less than 5 there. That'll give us a frequency of 4 times in this set of data. Now, I've already put the frequency and the relative frequency, which we had already done in the last problem. Now the cumulative frequency is basically we're just going to go one by one or section by section and add these up as they go. So for starting from the bottom, we have 4, and then we're going to do 4 plus 5, which is 9. And 9 plus 3 is, oh my gosh, 12. And then we're going to do 12 plus 6, 18. 18 plus 4 is 22, and 22 plus 5 is 27. So that's the frequency. The cumulative frequency is basically just adding them up as you go up. And same thing for the cumulative relative frequency. We're just going to look at that instead of whole numbers. We're going to be looking at the percentages. So essentially 14.8%. So we're going to do, let's see, and at the end it's going to total 1. So if we were to do sum equals sum, we get this. So there you go. And now we're going to add this row with this row to get our second line of cumulative relative frequency. So equals sum, we're going to do this, and our second number is going to be right there. And then we're just going to keep going down. So we're going to do equals sum. Oh, look. Let's back up here. Equals sum. Equals sum. Equals sum. So we get to our last number here. Which is pretty close to 1. So that is the cumulative relative frequency, Countif, count, and our sum function. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Okay, there we go, guys. I got it to add up to 1. I think I skipped a line. So basically, like I said, cumulative relative frequency should add up to 1. It's basically just you're taking the percentages. So this is essentially 14.8%, and you're going line by line and adding them up. So here's our first line. We're going to do 14.8. We're going to add the next row, which is this 18.5%, and we're just going to keep adding row by row. So then you're going to do this 0.33, and you're going to add the 11.1% to it, and then you're going to get that and just go down. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Hope you enjoyed the video.